question that I think is actually, in some respects, more important is, where is the affordable housing in this community? Why is it concentrated in the place that's furthest away from the jobs? What does that say about public policy decisions that have been made for 30 years? And now, how much of the decisions that we have to make are as a result of making up for those decisions historically? I mean, you're in makeup time right now, right? It isn't too hard to figure out if all of the housing, fundamentally, if the majority of the growth of population and housing in the last 2 decades has occurred in the southern portion of the county, but the majority of the job growth has occurred in the northern portion of the county, why I have traffic on the highway. I mean, this isn't, I didn't need an advanced degree to figure that out, right? But yet, what's interesting is then when you propose new forms of development that would spread that out, that would have job centers throughout the county, that would have mixed-use developments, people are against it because they see in their immediate sense just the sense of this challenge of traffic they're currently living in. So then what you end up doing then as a transportation official, and I serve on the Regional Transportation Commission, is, am I making a decision for a problem that exists today or for the community that we're trying to build for 30 years from now? They may not be the same thing. And you need an electorate that A, gives you a space to fix a road as opposed to filling a pothole. Sometimes it takes more time to fix a road than the pothole. But yet you are rewarded as a political figure for fixing a pothole and not a road because they want immediacy in addressing issues. These are honest conversations for whatever reason. I don't know why elected officials don't have with the community. But I think the answer as far as rapid transit and stuff, look, a bus still uses the same infrastructure as everybody else. So I can have 55 91s or 71s and make them expresses. But if it has to sit on the same highway as everybody else, it's pointless, right? So in the discussions about whether or not we'll have a train, I mean, you know, this is a very volatile issue right now in the community. It's very expensive. People have valid arguments on both sides about whether a trail only is regressive or whether a train's regressive just based on the amount of subsidy you have to do and how much it would cost for somebody at low income to actually ride it. I mean, those are tough decisions to make. In some respects, I wish we weren't in a situation to have to make it at all because of decisions that put us in this situation in the first place. And they are predominantly land use to start, then transportation second, which is, let's put all the housing down there and then let's have a huge fight over widening the highway for 30 years and call it growth, when you already put all the housing down there in the first place and provided no infrastructure to actually provide it. And the people that it hurts the most are the poorest in the community. The people that earn the lowest wages and have the longest commutes, right? So that they can miss time with their kids at the baseball games. That's not acceptable. That's not progressive, right? But that's the discussion we've been having, I think, too much. Again, that false choice I was talking about for 30 years. And I hope that I answered the question just by broadening it out, right? By giving the context of sure, we're looking at all of these things, but they won't matter unless they come in a greater suite of solutions that change the trajectory of the underlying issue associated with it.